Another really easy aspect of compositing, the concept of compositing, is to remove distracting elements from your images. And so what I mean by that is sometimes you have this gorgeous palace, but it has this really ugly light post right in smack dab in the middle of your shot. So when you are in camera, here's the in-camera fix. You take your first photo and then you take 3 big steps to the side. You re-center your image on the palace and you take another image of that palace. And let me show you what you do on the Photoshop side. So here are our 2 images in Lightroom. I'm going to select both of these images. I'm going to right click with both of these images selected. Then I'm going to choose Edit In, and I'm going to choose Open as Layers in Photoshop. That will take the 2 different frames and layer them on top of one another in my Photoshop, which is just one less step for me to have to do manually. And then immediately right for me in my layers palette, I have the 2 different images layered and aligned on top of one another. And again, here is this really obnoxious light post or lamp post right in the middle of my beautiful image of this palace from Thailand. So I want to get rid of it. What I'll do is I'm going to select both of my layers over here in the layers palette. Then I'm going to choose to come to my edit menu, choose auto align layers. Now for some of you Photoshop geeks out there like me, this is the first step in creating a panorama, is going to be auto aligning the layers. For this specific example, we're just going to choose auto, which is going to allow Photoshop to make any of the modifications it needs to in order to align the pixels as best as it can. And then we're going to go ahead and press OK. And as you can see now, our 2 layers have been aligned. So let's take our top layer and let's add a mask to that layer by adding the Add Layer Mask button. Then we're going to use our brush tool to paint with black. Command or Control X to change my foreground and background color. And then I'm going to zoom in here. And start to paint away the lamp post. Now I have just a little bit of overlap with the original lamp post, so I'm going to clean that up using my next section. But let me continue to paint and to clean up the rest of the lamp post. I'm going to add just a little bit of feather to my brush. Bring the hardness down to about 44%. Then I'm going to continue painting out my terribly unsightly lamppost. So there's our first image with the lamppost, and now the second image where the lamppost is 95% removed. Now, I don't know about you, but all of the detail underneath where we removed that lamppost would have taken an extremely long time to manually clone all of those different areas out. So let me just quickly take, with it zoomed in here, let's hold down, let's hit the backslash button to activate our quick mask, and you can see, ooh, look, I forgot a little portion right there. You can see all of the detail that's laying underneath the area of red that I would have had to manually mask in if I didn't have this supplementary image showing the data from underneath there. So I hope this shows you how beneficial this one command is, and also how important it is to just take a few steps to the side and take a second image of the thing that you're trying to photograph, right? We do have a little bit of cleanup to do, so let's do that next. I'm gonna hit my backslash button one more time to deactivate my quick mask mode, and then I'll come down to my layers palette. I'm gonna choose the add layer icon, and we're going to call this layer cleanup. Let's make sure we are using our clone stamp over here. And so here we have an issue. But what I want to basically drive home is that we have very repetitive elements in this image. So you can see right here we have the T shape of one of our awnings, and we also have the same or a very similar T shape here. So what I could do is Option or Alt and click on this T shape, which doesn't have any issues. Then I could come up and align it up here where we do have the problem, and I can go ahead and paint over with extremely similar elements and really allow this clone to look the best it can possibly look. So let's see where else we have some issues. Again, we have this repetitive element. We have an issue with the branch there, but then we have an issue where there is no branch over here. So let's option click right here. Let's make our brush really nice and small and line it up and just get rid of that. And then let's match the color by sampling right over there as well. All right, now we have a few issues on the concrete, but these should be simple. Holding down Option or Alt where the concrete doesn't have a shadow, and then just filling in that area. Doing the same thing again, I'm going to Option Alt click right along this ridge and then get rid of that. And you could choose, if you wanted, to get rid of this entire thing as well. But for this example, I want to make sure that I go up to the sky because I think the sky needs some help over here. Oh, and look, I see a big issue right here. I'm going to use my brush tool, make sure that I'm painting with black, and then I'm going to come over here and just clean up this area where I have a little bit of mismatch. That looks better. And now with a nice soft big brush, I'm just going to soften the area where the two clouds meet. Just going to paint along this line and then just get rid of any duplicative elements that I see in the sky with a nice soft brush. And then there we go. So the last thing that I want to do is just crop this and clean up the crop just a little bit. So we'll do that by hitting C on our keyboard to activate our crop tool. And then let's come in here and just crop this image so that it's just a little bit nicer and gets rid of any of the transparent areas where the images just didn't line up perfectly. And now we can go ahead and press OK. So there we go, guys. That is going to be how we remove really distracting elements from our images by just getting a secondary photo, almost as if it's a plate for you to use and create that data and recreate that data back into your image. So this is one of your everyday uses of compositing.